What's up, everybody? To the VR community, I say,
Good morning, Vietnam!
my name's Mr. Survivor. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a brand new update to my VR hub. We've added new games, we've added some new features, and made some refinements to the app, and I just wanted to cover it real quickly in a video here. But I want to start this video off a little differently. I just want to take a second and say that I really appreciate all the support I've gotten for this hub. You guys have been absolutely amazing to me, and I really do appreciate it. I also want to thank the VR community. Some of y'all have reached out and let me know certain things about some of the experiences I've shared through the hub. For example, Trepang has some updates. This basically fixes is what it boils down to. There was a pack file being installed originally that was actually making players fall through the floor. That's fixed. And there was also some issues in some later levels where you have to wear a gas mask and it kind of apprehends your vision. And there was a fix for that too, but it was all locked in Discord and I didn't know about it. However, that modder came forward and shared it with me and allowed me to include it. So if you come to this version of the hub with Trepang 2 already installed, I would do a full mod uninstall and just lay it back in so that you get the fixes and you can continue playing. It won't mess with your saves at all. In this particular version, we have a few things going on here, and what I meant by starting the video off a little differently is the Flat2VR community have provided exactly that community. Through their Discord, they've allowed us to get together and be able to share these experiences, not only in file form, getting feedback, getting support, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to say thank you to them for providing that avenue for all of us. And I've added another flip side to the VR hub. You can click on Flat2VR Studios, and it gives you their official releases that they've put out. And when you click on one, it gives you a link off to the launch trailer, a little bit about the game, some of the VR features, and then what available stores they're at. You can click on this and go right to the game page on all 4 of their releases. And it's just a little hat tip from me. These are paraphrased game descriptions. When you go to the store, you can read the full one. I do indicate that down here at the bottom where it says it was adapted from the official Steam description. But we've got all 4 of them in there. They are working on more stuff. As probably most of you know, they're working on a port for Postal 2 VR. I can't wait to get my hands on that. That one's going to be absolutely insane, I'm sure. But to come back over to the VR hub side of things, in this release we've added Returnal, we've added Subnautica 2, and we've added Prime Gun, aka Metroid Prime, the GameCube version, as a matter of fact. You do need to provide your own game file for that. I'm not going to provide it, and neither does the actual modder for Prime Gun, but this will get everything set up for you, and then all you got to do is provide your game file and away you go. So you will have to agree to this to get on past it to get it installed. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. You just download this, and you'll notice this kind of pops up a little differently. This is asking you where you want it installed. So for me, I just go to the C drive, right click somewhere, do new folder, and then I just type in what I'm going to call it. So we'll call it Prime Gun, hit enter, and then just select that folder. It's downloading Prime Gun for us right now. Just give it a second and it'll finish. Okay, it's ready to go. And all you got to do is click on this to launch it. And then here you are, you select your game. This, whenever you have your Metroid Prime ready, you just click this, select it, and it's done. You can launch from here. You can also adjust controller things, right hand, left hand, so on and so forth. You can do calibrations in here. You can mess with the textures, and then this gives you a rough layout of what the controller configuration is. And then here's a little bit to where you can actually alter some of Dolphin's config settings. So that's gonna wrap it up for Primed Gun. We'll come over here to Returnal. And this one's gonna feel very different, especially if you've installed any of the UEVR games prior. Since this release, after you install Chihuahua, the auto injector, one time, my app will cache that, and then every subsequent install thereafter, you won't have to download Detect that. It will skip that step entirely, but also install it for all the UEVR games that it works for. So I'm going to show you what I mean here. So we'll click download, and these have also changed a little bit. While it's still text to read, a couple of these are now informed by the GitHub itself. Some of these profiles, because of PureDark's renderer, are starting to update, and I want to make sure that you guys catch those. And so it dynamically changes based on what the latest release is. So for Returnal's sake, it says the latest compatible release is there, and then it tells you what zip file to download. So when we click on Open Page, you'll notice right here next to that version it said that was the latest. It says latest right next to it. So just make sure that it actually says that next to it, because if it doesn't, I would like to know about it and I want to fix that if it ends up breaking at any point for anybody. It shouldn't. I haven't had it happen to me in my testing. That doesn't mean it won't happen out in the wild once I release this. So just click on that zip file. This is pretty normal and just in line with the rest of my installs if you've done them before. So we'll hit detect. It's detected, and you'll notice that I jumped straight into install Returnal. So we'll do that, but it calls out right here that Chihuahua is being put in there. That's because when I installed one of the previous UEVR games since working on this version, I've already got that cache, so it's just pulling from there. Hit yes, and then hit OK. And that kind of shortens it. It takes it from the usual 5-step process on a UEVR game down to 3 once you've got Chihuahua downloaded once. So that should help people get into the game a little quicker. The next one will be Subnautica 2. Very similar process, however this one is a manual injected one. Once again, this is dynamic and telling you which one is the latest, and then which zip file to download. Open page, scroll down just a bit. First let's verify, yep, it says latest right there. And then you want to download this zip file right here, save it, detect it, hit OK. This one has a native fix. If you're familiar with some of the later games that have been modded for UEVR, some of them require a little bit extra TLC, especially if they were created with UE 5.5 and basically up. And so we need to download this little DLL file to help us out here. So you want to click save on that, come back here and detect it. It'll say it's detected, and then you want to download the UEVR Nightly, and this one's pretty fresh as of this video. It was released 3 days ago, so we're going to download that. Hit save, detect it, hit OK, and now we're going to install that entire package. Hit yes. Done deal, it is ready to go. You will launch Subnautica 2 normally like you would any other game through Steam. Once you're at the menu, you inject with UEVR, and I'll show that here in just a second. So that wraps up all the installations, the dynamic pop-ups, the Flat2VR Studios. I'm gonna hop in the headset and show some real quick gameplay of these games just so that you can see them functioning off of the hub install, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Okay, we are in the headset now, and we're going to start with Prime to Gun. I'll launch that. Again, once you've provided your game, you can just click on play. Now this one, if you read the prompt like I suggested in the beginning, you know not to try it with Meta's runtime. You'll either have to use Steam VR or do what I'm doing, which is a virtual desktop, and I am running VDXR. Also, it says in there that you can stand for this game, but you want to make sure that you stand facing forward and just use the sticks for movement. If you do body movement, things are going to get misaligned and get a little wonky for you. So we'll hit play on this. And here we are. Click the right stick to set height, and then you move like normal. You can transform into the ball just by button press. Do everything you need to do. Pop. Put your left hand up by your visor and then press left on the analog stick. And then pull the left trigger. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops, did it again. Heyo. Okay, that was Prime Gun. Now we're going to get into Returnal. Got this one set to 30 seconds here. Feels pretty right, because with this one I think you want to actually be in game when the injection happens, and around 30 seconds seems to be ideal for me. You might have to up that, and again you can download the regular nightly, or you can try PureDark's fork and see if it works well with it. We're going to launch the game. Okay, just give it a few seconds. It's going to inject. Guess you could probably knock that down to 20. Well, I don't know. That felt pretty good, honestly. Alright, we are in Returnal. Whee! What is this? Oh, what are you? Do I have a bunch around me or what? Oh, hey. Jesus. That thing's gnarly. Nope. Oh my god. I should have jumped that. Ugh. Oh, I barely made that one. Did I? I made it. Woo, son. Alright, that was Returnal. Now let's go over to Subnautica. Okay, when you're at the menu, I just bring up the keyboard, Alt-Tab, go to the hub, launch UEVR. Hit OK on that, make sure you're on OpenXR, and then hit inject. Give it just a second. There it goes. Maybe give it a long second. Alright, we're good. So we're gonna play, and we'll just launch this. Yep, continue.
Supervisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Holy cow. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. This game's still in early access, too.
Oxygen.
See if I can get close to one without dying. Whoa, okay. He's mad. He's mad. Alright. Oh, yeah. Got all kinds of pissed off. Oh, he's... Why do you do that for? You might be wondering why we're back in Atomic Heart. Well, that's because Jay Busfield released his profile. So we are no longer using Ashhawk's profile for Atomic Heart, and I wanted to show it because it seems to work a little bit better. Thank you.
You have recently been in contact with warm-blooded experimental samples. Refer to the medical center for an urgent checkup.
This is Atomic Heart. Don't think so, buddy. Try to judo chop me, you Hitler robot. No. Piss off. I'll take your stuff. And I'll take your stuff.
Something's wrong. Oh shit!
Whoa. Oh no. Well, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Keep playing, keep surviving, and take care. Bye-bye.